We hope to hit the jackpot in at least one of these 3 anchorages we sailed to in this week's episode of Sailing Svitruka. With little information to go on, each anchorage provides an unexpected surprise upon arrival.
Okay, breathe. Calm. 14, 13.
Okay, go back.
Oh boy.
But it's the last anchorage that makes us feel like we've won the lottery. Stay tuned as we explore the channels and fjords of northern Patagonia.
Bueno. Adios, amigos. Muchas gracias. Ciao, ciao. Gracias para ayuda.
Stay silent, you don't mind. Happiness a dollar signs to you. What about not stealing anyone's time?
One last look over our shoulder at the small town of Puerto Aguirre, a reprovisioning and respite for many fishermen and sailors alike. It would be the last time we saw this many people until we reached the big city of Puerto Montt at the end of the fjords of Patagonia.
Talk, what a waste when there's no intention. Oh hey, do you ever think about me? Underwater, is this really happening? Happiness a dollar signs to you. I vow to always be fearless and forward for days, weeks, and years to come.
We were halfway up the roaring 40s, which looked a lot different inside the fjords than when we sailed in open water outside of Argentina in the Atlantic Ocean. Avoiding a few shoals on the way out, we made our way back into charted waters. We traded the dock in for our usual shore ties. The anchorages often don't provide enough swing room, and tying to the trees also means less chance of wrapping the chain around a rock or dragging up a bunch of kelp. Locking ourselves in provides some of the most restful sleep we have had aboard Svitruka. Well guys, we are here in Caleta Olea, and we've got 2 stern ties, stern facing north, 1 bow line, and a little point over there. The water's super clear. You can see little shells and stuff down below. Probably not on camera right now just because of the angle of the sun, but I can see them. And sadly, we lost our, what we call the gonzo, and that guy protects our heater exhaust from getting water, so he just got bumped and must have fallen to the bottom. Not sure what we're gonna do yet, but anyways, this is what it looks like. Oh, I see him, I think. The water and air temperature was cold, however, it was fairly shallow and clear, a sign that it was indeed a place that we could recover it, for this was not a part that we carried to spare. I was ready to hop in quickly so I would not lose sight of it, but upon further encouragement from Curtis, I took the time to dig out my wetsuit that had been packed away, and so I jumped in.
Okay, breathe. Calm.
It was the coldest swim I can remember to date, but I managed to rescue the gonzo. Crisis averted, and we were able to rest easy knowing we could run our heater without damaging it during the rainy days. Since the water was so clear, we decided to stick the camera in the water to see how our paint job from Axconobel was holding up, and as you can see here, it's doing superbly. This is about 7 months after the launch of Sweet Ruca in Periapolis, Uruguay. With this fast bottom, we couldn't wait to get the sails back up and take her for another spin. But first, it was time to go explore the beach. However, this beach would look a lot different from the other beaches we had seen for a couple of reasons. A short walk through the spindly trees opened up to another small caleta and beach for us, but upon our return trip back, we noticed something a little less beautiful.
Pretty amazing the stuff you find laying around pristine beaches in Patagonia. Lots and lots of plastic, styrofoam, trash bags. But what's ironic is this sign right here says maintain clean or cleanliness, right? So found this on the ground, obviously drifted ashore here. Are on the home stretch. Just a couple hundred more miles to go to Puerto Montt before we can do a little boat refit.
It's been fun being out here in the wilderness, but it's getting a little bit chilly.
Chilly in Chile?
Chilly and chilly.
Ah. No, actually down here is really, really nice. It's really peaceful. Every anchorage we go into basically has no other boats, and it's just pretty amazing. Just completely different in contrast to, say, cruising in the Caribbean, and a very, very worthwhile experience, one that I think that I will be back for. What about you?
Yeah, it's really special. All right.
With more heaters, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the boat and go sailing. There's a ship over there.
Curtis did indeed hear a boat in the distance, and so we shared the anchorage with the fishing boat for the evening. It appears that many of them prefer to tie bow and stern across the caletas. Seeing the trash on the beach and the boat in the anchorage was another reminder that we were getting closer and closer to civilization.
They are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. The voice of the robin, call of the dove, red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn. The dogs will be howling in the early morning light. All are happy to be out in the ending of the night, welcome of the dawn.
The number of boats, especially small ones, seemed to be increasing as we made our way north. Little brunch for you, babe. Surprise, there's bacon!
Wow, look at that.
Oh, it feels so good to sit outside and eat. Nothing like a hot meal with a beautiful view of Patagonia.
The nights are turning colder, soon the falling of the frost. Soon the summer will be over. You feel the change is closer at the welcome of the dawn. The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, welcome of the dawn. Though the warm days are over, they are not forever gone.
Our navigational guide suggested we anchor next to the waterfall at the northeast entrance of the anchorage that lies in a narrow passage between Isla Capitana and Isla Sierra. But we motored around to explore with the towering hills next to us. At one point, a shallow spot spooked us, and had it been low tide, there may have been trouble. This was an uncharted area, so a bow watch turned out to be a good idea.
Go have a look on the bow for me. Well, that's shallow.
That's it right here.
15, 14, 13.
Okay, go back. Try to go this way.
12 still. Oh boy.
In the end, we anchored next to the waterfall and adventured ashore before taking off for Isla Jessica, where we heard a closed resort may accept transiting yachts on their floating dock.
Yeah? You got a stick?
That's because I made that bowling so long, eh?
Job, right? Look at you.
Only took me all of the fjords.
You proud of yourself?
I've always been proud of myself.
Because you should be proud
Short
of yourself.
bowling and long bowling.
You should be proud of yourself. Okay, here we go. Let's get to our next anchorage, which is Isla Jessica. If you want to trade, let me know.
Never.
Okay, we are rounding our corner into our next little channel here. We just set the main again after a nice little wind shadow the island and put the main up. We were reaching along with just the jib as the wind finally filled in, and Now we're hoping we can sail the next 15 miles or so.
Sailboat.
Feel. So try and get a visual reference, right? So there's this island that's up here. We need to stay just to the right of the island.
The right of it.
The right.
Okay.
We're leaving it to our port.
Copy that.
So you can aim at it if you want to, you know.
Oh, okay. Then
But-
we can dock down.
Yeah, but just watch your sail trim and, you know, do what, you know, do what you got to do there.
The funny thing about sailing in the fjords is that the sailing is usually always very active. The wind can be dead calm and then blow hard, or change from downwind to upwind. Or sometimes you have a lot of effect from the mountains or have to zigzag through the channels. The currents can push you off course, but if you're into lots of active sailing, it's definitely a good place to cruise. We had heard that the resort was closed, but that the owners do permit transiting yachts safe harbor when passing through. We had no idea what to expect when we arrived to Isla Jessica, but we'd find out soon that we hit the jackpot. When we arrived to Isla Jessica, we were greeted by the two caretakers, which also happened to be Colombian father and son, Alirio and Obed. They offered to show us one of the 360 view hikes in between their normal jobs, one of which is fixing the dock. They even offered to get the wood-fired hot tubs warming up for us, which would hopefully be warm enough after the hike. And so, after so many days in the cold, it sounded like a dream come true. Did we win the lottery? After the tub was ready, the 5 of us headed up the mountain on what turned out to be one of the most beautiful days in Patagonia so far. Alright, here we are in Isla Hechica. Behind me you can see there's a T-dock with Sweet Ruka and a catamaran that's here because we are in off-season and we are the only ones here with the 2 caretakers, and we're going on this beautiful hike on finally a sunny day. So we've got Roxy with us and we're looking to have a little blast before we get to soak in some hot water later. Alright, here we go! Making it to the top felt like a jackpot after so many days in the cold and rain. Somehow the skies had cleared and we could see the mountains stretch on for miles and miles. But the fun wasn't done there. We still had a hot tub to try out. As much as we were dying to get into the hot tub, it was such a nice day we thought we'd start things off cold and do a quick dip in the estuary first, sort of like we used to do back in the Midwest winters. As a thank you, we offered to help with the dock repair. Curtis even lent them a few power tools, and the extra set of hands helped speed things along. They often had to wait for low tide so that the ladder could reach down to the rock that was exposed below. Here we are with Illyrio and Obed, and we're going to have some carne, vegetables, and rice. We just decided to make a meal together after a wonderful hike today, so really can't complain about this awesome end to the day. We're having meat Colombian style, which is super excited. I'm super excited about lots of flavor. It smells really good, and I can't wait to dig in. All right, let's see how it looks. We didn't know what to expect when we arrived to the closed resort. In fact, we were a little disappointed we wouldn't get to partake in the usual festivities. But our trip couldn't have been any better. We made new friends, which is the best jackpot of any lottery. A special thank you to our patrons for making these videos possible. Don't forget to click subscribe and come along for the ride. See you next time!